video, I want to bring to you my top 5 ways to jumpstart a weight loss journey, or just weight loss overall. Maybe you only have a few pounds to lose, or maybe you want to actually go on a journey to be healthier and lose a significant amount of weight. These are some of the 5 things that have made me successful on my journey, so I wanted to share them with you guys today. So if you want to know my top 5 things, please keep watching. As you guys know, I've been on a weight loss journey for almost a year now. I believe I started working out in December of last year. I believe it was during Blogmas as well. And so it's probably been about a year, and I started changing my eating habits in January. And to date, I've lost a little over... To date, I've lost around 45 pounds. It could be a little more. I haven't been weighing myself too often just because right now I'm just going off of how my clothes look. Also because I've been doing a fair amount of weight training. But these 5 things have really helped me, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. As we are in the holiday season, a lot of times it's really hard to stay consistent unless you've been on a weight loss journey, or unless you have that mindset and you've been practicing that for a while. The holidays can be a very tempting time, so that's why I wanted to give you guys these 5 things that I have done that research has shown to be pretty helpful as well. So if anything else, if you do these 5 things, you can at least not gain weight during the holiday season, which that's always great. I know there's a lot of temptation. You might be going around friends and family that you haven't seen in a while. You will encounter your fair share of food pushers. So with these 5 things, I think you can really be successful. My number 1 tip, well, these are not in any particular order, but the first thing I want to talk about is drinking more water more frequently. And this is something that I started doing probably 2, if not 3 years ago. I started solely drinking water. So Monday through Friday, and on the weekends if I'm not going out, all I drink is water. Now, I will put the occasional like sugar-free packet into a water bottle, but I'm just drinking water. I will allow myself to go out like once on the weekend and I will have a beverage, an alcoholic beverage, an adult beverage, but they're very low in carbs. I'm not framing these 5 tips around any certain type of diet or eating plan. These are things that anyone can do. Drinking water just helps your body overall. It helps your skin, your hair, your nails, your overall body functioning. Your body needs a lot of water, especially if you are going to be working out. You should be replenishing those fluids that are lost, and drinking water also helps you feel full. So one tip that a lot of people say works, I don't really try this, is to drink a bottle of water or a glass of water before you eat your meal. That way, even if you're hungry, the water fills you up and you're not going to eat as much. I don't necessarily do that because I have my portion size that's pretty controlled, but drinking a lot of water definitely helps. You're going to be cutting back on unnecessary sugar. Like, I used to be a juice drinker. Like, I still love sweets, I just don't have them as often as I used to, and cutting back on sugary drinks really just helps save a ton of calories, and if you are counting carbs, a ton of carbs as well. I try to get through water bottles a day, just constantly drinking water whenever I think about it. I just finished drinking coffee, but I will go downstairs and drink some water after this. Definitely increase your water intake. It can help every function as well as helps to aid in weight loss. Okay, my number 2 tip is avoiding eating too late at night. And this is something that has really helped me. I used to be a late night snacker because I'm a night owl. I like staying up late at night, but I love staying up late at night. It's just more peaceful. Everyone else is sleeping and it's just like my me time. And so it's so easy to get caught up going in front of the TV and eating while you're watching TV. I try to eat my last meal before 7 o'clock. I try to have dinner before 7 o'clock. And what that does is I have enough time to burn off that energy. Now, if you are going to eat late, I would advise staying up late so that you can work off some of that energy so that it's not just sitting on your stomach and then you go to bed. That can help you gain weight. And by all means, things. If you want to gain weight, definitely try that. But one thing that a lot of people do is intermittent fasting. And what that does is it kind of trains your body to know the signals of when you're hungry, and also just to not eat at certain times that are maybe a little bit more tempting, such as late at night. So try to eat your last meal a couple hours before you go to bed, so that you're not eating something really heavy and then crashing, and then you don't have time to burn off the energy. So that is the philosophy behind not eating too late at night. Also, if you are aging like me, I get indigestion if I eat a huge meal and go to sleep. So that's another reason why I can't eat late at night. But like I said, I try to have my last meal before 7 o'clock. So that's something that you can do if you're traveling, if you're eating a lot of different foods that you normally don't eat. Just try to eat smaller portions and eat them way before you go to bed, so you have time to burn them off. The third tip is to watch your portion sizes, which is what I just said. I watch HRH Collection, and she always talks about how eating 3,000 calories of broccoli is worse than 2,000 calories of a burger, and that is true. Not to say that eating that much broccoli is worse, but in terms of caloric value, which a lot of times when we're talking weight loss, just purely weight loss, it's calories in versus calories out. And cutting your portion size is probably one of the best things that you could do, especially around the holiday seasons. You might be going to your grandmother's house and maybe she makes one of your favorite dishes, or maybe you make cakes. I love baking, so my family knows if they invite me over, I'm baking a cake or a pie or a cheesecake, something like that. What I do is I still indulge in those things. I might not have a piece every night, but I'm gonna have a tiny slice or even half a slice. So that's something that you can do to still allow yourself to satisfy that craving or be able to enjoy those foods with your friends and family. Just cut back on your portion sizes. That's something that I tell people a lot of times. I also love foods like pizza, and you guys know I'm on my keto-ish journey. I still eat pizza. Now, I used to eat pizza about once a week. Now I eat it probably every other month, just one time, but I'm not buying a whole pizza and eating it over the course of a weekend. If I get a whole pizza, I'm sharing it with someone, and I don't feel like I have to eat all the slices. You know, it's all about portion control. You can have that little thing that you like, just get a smaller portion. Like when I go to Starbucks, I know they have all the holiday drinks out right now. I might want, what do I like? White chocolate mochas. Now, number one, I'm not gonna get that because that is way too sweet for me right now, but I might get a holiday drink, but I'm gonna get the smallest size ever. That way, after your first couple of sips, you've satisfied that craving, and anything you drink after that, you're just drinking it for the enjoyment. And I'm really trying to get in the habit of not eating all the foods just because I like them, but eating for fuel. So cut your portion size down, and I promise you, you'll be able to still enjoy some of the things you love without overindulging, which is important. Okay, the fourth tip is to cook your meals at home more than you eat out. And I know for myself, this is especially hard during the holiday season because my family is in town, and one thing we love to do is go out to eat, okay? Like, that's one thing that is nice about not having my immediate family all in the city with me. They love to go out to eat. And on this journey, I've found that cooking my meals at home and knowing exactly what I'm putting in them really helps aid in weight loss. It could be something as simple as going out to a restaurant and ordering something that would normally be healthy. Let's say you're ordering grilled shrimp and mixed vegetables. They might put too much salt in it, so you might be up a pound when you weigh yourself the next day, and you're thinking, well, what the hell? I know I've been eating, you know, I'm choosing okay choices when I'm going out to eat. It could be anything like that. You just never know what they're putting in your food, and as many times as you might try to control the way they cook it, not adding too much butter or salt, you really can't control it. So try to eat home more often than not. It even gets to the point where my family might go out for lunch sometimes and I'll just stay at home. And that is something that really helps me stay on track. Especially with keto, I try to have my lunches be very low in caloric value, especially if I'm gonna be eating something a little more indulgent later on. Definitely, I try to eat at home just because you really can control what's going into your food. That helps a lot. But I know that can be hard because maybe you go home for Christmas and maybe you're with like your college or high school friends and they want to go out. try to kind of just do that on the weekend, or just really control it as much as you can, okay? And the last tip is to snack smart. Now, this is something that I've recently gotten into the past couple of months because I was never really a snacker. I like to eat, but I like to eat meals. And I've always said that snacks for me turn into a meal. So I was never a big snacker. But as I started losing more weight and incorporating even more exercise, like working out 60 minutes a day, I noticed that I'm hungry a lot more, especially if I don't drink my coffee. So I have to incorporate snacks into my diet, and choosing healthy snacks is really great because you can fill yourself up on things that are low in caloric value, or maybe low in carbs if you're eating on like a low carb diet, and then you can feel satisfied and you're not starving when you get to your meal. Let's say you're going out in one of your favorite restaurants later. By the time you get there, you're satisfied, so you don't feel like you have to have an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. I mean, you can if you want to, but these are my tips on just eating out and being smart and enjoying the holidays and being smart. Healthy snacks, that's a must. I'm gonna add one more bonus tip in here because I think this is really important as well, and this is something that I started doing on my weight loss journey. The first time I lost 60 pounds when I was in grad school many years ago, I brought food to gatherings. So my family and my friends, we like having a lot of holiday parties, holiday gatherings, just a dinner party, anything like that. A lot of times, well, this is just how I was raised, I think it's nice if you go to someone's house to bring something, a bottle of wine, a dessert, an appetizer, something, a side dish. Just don't come empty-handed, but trick them and bring something healthy. So you can make a green bean dish. My mom taught me this amazing green bean dish with caramelized onions on top. It's amazing. That's something healthy. Maybe you could bring a sangria, but a low carb sangria, or a low carb cheesecake. And more often than not, people aren't going to really realize that these foods are healthier because they taste really great. So if you are going to dinner parties or maybe Christmas dinner and it's a large gathering and you're worried about how am I going to be able to control myself around all these yummy foods, definitely bring something that you love, but just make it a little healthier. So that's my little bonus tip. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Well, it's probably not too quick, but these are all things that I'm going to be incorporating this holiday season. As you know, it gets hard. It really does get hard. One thing that I also do over the holiday season is try not to focus on losing weight, and I try to focus on just maintaining. That way, if I only lose 2 pounds from November 23rd to January 1st, I know that at least I didn't gain weight. So that's another thing. Focus on maintaining weight. You know, don't put too much pressure on yourself, because the holidays, it's really about fellowship and family and spirituality, if you if you believe in that kind of thing. It's not really about weight loss. You can still allow yourself to lose weight, but don't get too caught up in it. So yeah, those are my tips. Leave any of your tips down below, how to jumpstart your weight loss or how to be successful this holiday season. I know it can get kind of tricky. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.